Welcome everyone. This week's energy, we're going to speak about a pretty deep concept. You know, there's many different spiritual paths and many different philosophies about life, all of which the Kabbalists explain can help us improve our life, connect us to miracles in some way or another, and make us better people. The reason why we study Kabbalah is because it's said that the power and the wisdom of Kabbalah is so intense that it can take a person in the most direct path to the light of the Creator. While there's many paths to the light, many people and many Kabbalists share that the wisdom of Kabbalah in its pure form can help us get to our goal of fulfillment in the fastest way. Sometimes it's the most challenging way, but we experience transformation much quicker. And one of the explanations is that many times we hear about teachings that say we should be sharing people, we should be transforming ourselves, we should be caring about other people, and that's always just one piece of the puzzle. And the Kabbalists say that a human being in their life should act like the heart acts. What does the heart do? And that's where the concept of having an open heart comes from. What does the heart do? The heart doesn't just share blood with the body. The heart does two things. It shares blood, but it also receives blood. The heart has mastered the ability to receive in order to share. And it's not just because many of us, we think, you know what, I just want to share. I just want to be spiritual. And as a result, we don't realize that we came to this world not just to share. Because if I just share, I'm going to burn out. I'm either going to lie to myself, or I'm going to look to receive something in return without realizing it. I'm going to look to receive the wrong things. We were built as souls to receive the intense light of the Creator and to share that light like a pipe, like a channel. When we don't realize that our purpose is to receive in order to share, we're not going to be in the same frequency as creation. And as a result, we'll find ourselves in many different chaotic situations. Our goal in life is to master the art of receiving for the sake of sharing. The wisdom of Kabbalah is really focusing on how to receive it, not in a selfish way, that's all. Because anger, depression, shyness, insecurity, need for approval, fears of any kind are all just ways that I receive energy for myself alone. Even if I built a huge business and I use the income of that business to spread light and energy and help people overcome world hunger. But ask yourself a question. Did you build the business because maybe you needed the approval of people in the world? Or because something was empty inside, so you thought that being successful would remove that emptiness? So, if that's the case, even though we were doing great things for the world through the business, we ourselves, at a seed level consciousness, are not coming from the right place. I'm not receiving for the sake of sharing. I'm receiving this business because I need to fill my emptiness. And yes, I'm sharing on the side, but it's more about me. It's more about me feeling good about surrounding myself with 100 employees, with 100,000 employees, so that I can feel adequate, because growing up I didn't feel adequate. And the Kabbalists say you cannot use your business to feed that emptiness. You must deal with it. Otherwise, your company can flip over overnight, because the foundation of it, even though it's built on just your consciousness, is shaky, is a selfish foundation. You've seen huge companies with hundreds of thousands of employees disappear overnight. Why? Because it's the consciousness of the founders mainly. Mostly it's the consciousness of the founders, which is, why do I have this business? Yes, it's to do good for my employees. Yes, it's to do good for the world. But the bottom line is, am I using the business for my own selfish purposes? My own selfish emptiness? So I need to learn how to transform those insecurities, fears, what we call in Kabbalah tikkuns, or corrections. And by correcting myself, I can receive all that my business gives me for the sake of sharing in a very pure way. And that's what it means to be like the heart. To be an open heart. When a person's heart is open, they receive for the sake of sharing. They realize that they're meant to receive great things in this world. They realize that they should receive all the wealth in the world that the world wants to give them. There's nothing wrong with that. But receiving it not because I need it, but receiving it so that I can create great things in the world. So I can help people's consciousness grow. so I can teach them about transformation, so I can give them the means to live and help them overcome the difficulties in their life. Many people do that, but they also use the business for themselves alone. And as a result, they bring chaos. It's not enough just to be sharing people. We need to learn to receive for the sake of sharing, and never to receive for ourselves alone. And as you get higher up in a company, the energy is so strong that the temptation for corruption becomes also very strong. The temptation for cheating and lying becomes also very strong, because there's a lot of light to be revealed. And we learn in Kabbalah, the more light, the more responsibility, and the more transformation and humility and restriction that's needed. So if you are a CEO, if you are someone that's in charge of something great, or maybe you're just in charge of a household, a family, make sure that anything you own, anything you possess, you're not using just to feed your insecurity. Because then you've built a family, you've built a business, you've built a relationship on a shaky foundation. And as a result, the foundation will crumble. So Kabbalah is teaching us, be very pure about what you do for the rest of your life. Never give in to temptation, but always be a channel. And don't be afraid, because the light will take care of you. The light of the Creator will take care of you if you learn to take care of yourself and other people. Don't just be a sharing person. Learn how to receive purely for the sake of sharing.